Well, hello, YouTube, knife enthusiasts, and valued viewers. Byron at Splitting Slices. Welcome back to the Blade and EDC channel. Today is Tuesday, August 4th, 2026, and that means two things. One, we have a Two for Tuesday video to do, of course, an open tag series started by Tom over at Knife Delights. Go check out his content. And number two, if you listen closely, you can hear every child crying here in central Indiana because it's their last day of summer. School starts Wednesday, August 5th. I hear joys and shouts of jubilation among all of the parents here in central Indiana. All right, let's get to it. Got two knives in, came in about a week ago, been real busy with work and life, just now getting to them. Probably the last YouTube channel to show them, but we're going to do it anyway. I want to thank Austin and his staff, including Matt, who looks like the one that processed this invoice and order. So Matt and staff over there, thank you. This is Traditional Pocket Knives. There is their information. Here is their social information and a QR code. If you have never worked with or purchased a knife from this dealer, you are missing out. One of the best dealers I have found in the business. He takes care of his customers, has quick shipping, and will make it right if for some reason it isn't. And that is hard to come by in 2026. So Austin, thanks again. Veteran-owned business. Of course, his grandfather, a veteran as well, started the company back in 1974. And Austin and the staff managed to continue to run a first-rate operation. So thank you very much. Always included with your order is usually a swag pack. You get a Band-Aid, you get some candy, usually a sticker or two. So thanks for including that in my order as well, guys. All right, I've got two Rosecraft Blades to take a look at. Their latest release came out about a week and a half, 2 weeks ago. Again, I'm probably the last channel on YouTube showing these, but let's take a look. This is an old IXL Sheffield, England classic knife pattern that was resurrected by Andy Armstrong after reviewing a catalog of old knife designs. And he said, hey, this makes sense as a work knife. I'm going to include this as one of my first model releases for the company. And he did. This is model number 3. It was released, I want to say, almost 4 to 5 years ago, but is now back in 2 handle configurations that are brand new. Let's take a look. I've been into these boxes. I'm going to spare you all those details. Usually comes wrapped all the time in a piece of wax or butcher block paper. These were no exception, but I've looked at them briefly. But we're going to take a look at the Appalachian Jack, model number 3. And of course, the full model number on this is RCT003DJB, Dapper Jigged Bone. And this beautiful amber to dark brown to yellow to sometimes black on the coloring and toasting of these covers. Here is another beautiful sample. Hand jigged at the factory overseas. 5-pin nickel silver construction of these scales. Nickel silver rosebud shield. Okay, single fluted head bolster on this version. Let's turn it over here. We got any gaps? Nah, never any gaps. Look at that. Heck, there's aren't even any machine or finish marks on this. Always looks great. Let's look at the pile side. Beautiful coloring, toasting, and just a variety of different brown, orange, yellow, cream, and dark brown coloring on this one. And we've got that beautiful 1/4 inch to 3/8 inch long pry bar that sticks out on the end just enough to make it useful to open up paint cans, stain cans, separate some items that have dried together, been sitting out in the sun or got a little wet and sticking together, what have you. Works great as a woodworking traditional pocket knife and pocket, and I carry one almost daily. I carry the older black micarta version. It works out really well. All right, what else can I tell you about this knife? Let's go ahead and open up this clip point blade, take a look at it. I want to rate it a 6 to 6.5 on the pull. Nice medium pull on this model. And let's go through some quick specifications. Overall length opened up is 7.7 inches. Close length, 4.4 inches. Blade length is 3.3 inches of Sandvik 14C28N blade steel. I would call this more of a California clip design with that crescent-shaped nail nick at the center of the blade, and then the swedge that runs just forward of that nick all the way down to the tip. Swedge is on both sides. There you go. You can see that. All right, we've got the model number and made in China and 14C28 steel etched on this tang side of the blade, and we turn it over and you got a stamped Rosecraft. So you always know who makes this knife and who has made this knife for all time. All right. What else can I tell you? I think that's about it. Satin finish. All right. Weight on this knife, as well as the other one we're going to take a look at, weighs 3.3 ounces. So not a overall extremely light knife, but not a heavy one either. All right. I like this one because it does give me a full handle, full finger grip for an extra large hand. Thumb goes right where it should to make some drawl or utility cuts, or even a little stabby on some, say, boxes or bags, mulch bags, what have you, whatever you need. This knife will take care of it. That's what I like. And when you got to open up that occasional paint can, stain can, separate some items, you got a big enough pry bar to do the job. So much so that normally, if you're doing that type of work, you don't have to carry a separate pry, and that's the best part of it. All right. I love carrying tools, but after a while, they get heavy, and you need a lot of them. So it's nice to be able to leave the pry bar back at the house. All right. Crowbar in the truck, but leave the pry bar in the house. And I'll carry this knife instead. All right, let's go ahead and close this one up. I think we've seen all we can on this one. And I'll set that back. Let's go this way. There we go. Put it back the way it's made. And we'll take a look at the second one, which is model number RCT003. RBJ, standing for Red Barnboard Jigged. And there you go. Again, blade length 3.3 inches, closed length 4.4, and overall 7.7. Okay, 100,000 stick blade stock on this knife blade, this clip point blade. Of course, you've got stainless steel frame construction, and then this one, 5 pin. Again, 5 pin nickel silver pin construction of these scales onto the integral bolster and frame design, single fluted bolster. We'll take a look, see if there's any difference in the pull. Now, same 6 to 6.5 rated pull, I'd give this one as well. And the clip point blade, again, same specs, same high quality control, quality assurance. Oh yeah, looks great. All right, well guys, that's about all I can tell you, except for I do know that unfortunately, if you want one of these, you're not going to be buying it from traditional pocket knives because they are sold out. But the good news, at time of filming, I checked 5 other big dealers and they are available, either one or both configurations. And those dealers are Blade HQ, DLT, Knife Center, Knives Ship Free, and White Mountain Knives. All have at least one or both of these models. So go pick you up one. Retail or MAP price currently is about $64. But if you pick one of these dealers and you have a rewards program, of course, you always can take advantage of that. So I would do so. That's going to do it for me today. Byron at Splitting Slices saying split a slice with a friend soon. Enjoy your Tuesday, kids. You get to go back to school tomorrow. And that's going to do it for me. Everybody, please, until my next video, take care.